welcome to Regans Rants and Raves. My name is Ellie, and I'm your hostess with the mostest, and today we'll be ranting about, raving about, and bitching about. Not really bitching about.
Oh, no, not much bitching at all. Not this time.
1992's Candyman. If you have not seen this movie, I don't give a shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is a goddamn classic. Candyman was released October 16th, 1992, directed by Bernard Rose, has made $25.8 million in the box office with an $8 million budget. Oh, that was a lot of words. Candyman was also adapted from a book called The Forbidden, written by Clive Barker, starring Virginia Madsen as Hellen, Tony Todd as Candyman, Xander Berkeley as Trevor, and Kasi. Yeah. Kasi Lemmons as Bernadette Walsh, and many more. Wow.
Is it Madsen or Madsen?
I don't know. I think people are going to tell us.
Madsen, like Michael Madsen, because they're brother and sister.
Oh, okay.
Do they kiss? Or is that just other stuff
They
I'm
only
doing?
practice
It's just like
kissing.
sibling
It's
stuff.
not real kissing. It's not real if you're just practicing.
Listen, I direct Rocky Horror. I'm assuming all brothers and sisters kiss.
Oh, God. Godfrey, if you're listening to this, that was a joke.
So
Anyways, Alec, why don't you tell us a little bit about fucking Candyman?
Okay. Well, before I deliver the synopsis, I'd just like to say welcome back to everyone. It's been a while. I don't know if the audience cares. The audience of 4 people. Hi, Des and Joel. Joel's in the corner. Joel's our corner man tonight. Say hi, Joel.
Hi, Joel.
Thank you, Joel. And we're also returning Nick to this episode.
Hi.
He hasn't been on here since episode 2, I think.
Episode 2 and 3, when we did Midsummer and Crawl on the same night.
Yes.
It's been over 2 years.
And Joel has elected to stay off this episode, but he was last with us for Evil Dead.
It was Evil Dead. Was it it was the remake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That was a minute ago.
So
It's been a while.
Glad to be here again with all of you beautiful people. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Alex.
What are you doing after this?
Donuts? Maybe?
Donuts?
No.
Okay.
Just say the fucking synopsis. God
All right.
damn it. What
Well,
the hell are we
anyway,
doing? What is this?
Candyman follows grad student Hellen, and she works on her thesis about the origins of urban legends. Her research leads her to a case study of a vengeful spirit that haunts a public housing project in downtown Chicago. Her experience unravels the truth of the Candyman and sends her life into a spiral.
Chicago.
You mean the home of the Chicago Bears?
So it sends her life into a spiral?
Yes.
From the Book of Saul?
Stop
Yes.
I swear to God. Thanks, Alec.
Yes.
I'm really glad you can do stuff and read and say things.
It's my one good quality is that I can read.
Good. That's it, though.
That's it.
It's
That's
a good
it.
quality to have.
Thank
He
you.
can read and he can watch movies. That's about it. It has been a while.
He protect, he attack, he reads, he watches.
Anyways, yeah, the last podcast was fucking scary movie.
Yeah.
That's insane. That we ended on that.
We left it. Well, this tiny global event happened.
I don't understand what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I am right now.
No, but we hope that everybody's been staying safe, being smart with the pandemic, and continuing to make the right decisions.
We've been living in an actual fucking horror movie for the past year and a half. Isn't that exciting?
Oh yeah.
Don't we all want to die?
There's been plague and war and civil unrest.
Yeah.
Misinformation is officially the 5th horseman of the apocalypse. So
Cute.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Good.
Without all that being said, let's get into this movie.
I'm very excited to talk about this movie. Mostly because I've loved it for God knows how long. Mm-hmm. I love fucking Candyman. Candyman's such a good fucking movie.
So what's your relation to this movie?
I first watched it when I was, oh my fucking God, 8, 9. Mm-hmm. 8 or 9, and I didn't quite grasp it then what the fuck was actually going on. I knew people weren't dying, so how could this be a horror movie
Right.
at that age? But yeah, no, it's a fucking dope ass movie, and I've seen it now 4 times.
Wow.
All the way through.
Nice.
4 times, including tonight. Isn't that exciting?
Okay.
What do you think?
I only just saw this movie for the first time this year, but it's been a movie that I've wanted to see for a long time. I knew about the reputation surrounding it, that it was sort of an elevated class of horror film, so to speak, even though it definitely is. But after watching the video from Cold Crash Pictures examining it that came out a couple years ago, I believe, really just drove me more into really wanting to see this movie. And then Jordan Peele was producing a sequel to it, and I think Nick and I here sat down and watched it a couple weeks before the sequel came out. So
yeah, we had a very, very similar experience.
Yes.
With Candyman. So Candyman actually hadn't been on my radar like at all until recently when this news of the sequel was coming out. I had always like known there was such a thing as Candyman before it, but I didn't really get what it was about. I really knew nothing about it until like the news of the sequel was coming out. So Alec, you and I watched it that one night, and it really just, it honestly kind of blew me away just how good it was.
Oh,
and how
this movie fucking slaps.
Really layered it was too. It was just such an. It's been a really long time since I've been genuinely unsettled by a horror movie. That one did it though. It's been on my mind ever since we watched it.
Oh yeah.
I can't stop thinking about Candyman.
One last quick thing about my background with this movie. I will confess, for a while there, during my life, I confused Candyman with Ice Cream Man a lot. Joel's giving me a big old heart from the corner of the room.
Joel is Clint Howard's #1 fan, so Mr. Howard, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on.
Yeah?
You think you can get Clint Howard on this? Please?
It could happen.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I think he had something to do with that too. You think we can get him?
I mean, anything.
He's a
It's
horror
just another
star.
horror movie.
Yeah. I saw The Passion of the Christ. Yeah, it's pretty bloody.
It is. We should do that next.
Oh,
Anyways,
yeah.
write down in the comments if you love it.
This December, Christmas.
Oh, God damn it.
Isn't it more of an Easter movie?
This is why we can't have nice shit, because of these things that get said.
But anyway, the movie starts, and
As most movies do.
Yes. Oh God, I think that most movies should start at the beginning, and that's exactly what this one does. So already off to a great start, and it introduces us to this meaningless side character who's a real bad boy, played by noted bad boy in real life, Ted Raimi.
That's not an ironic statement, too. Ted Raimi is literally a bad boy.
We accidentally ran into him
We
at
saw
Monster
him.
Mania.
No,
he actually bumped into one of us, and I don't remember who.
He didn't bump into me. I just
me.
remember seeing him around. Yeah.
Because he was walking past us, going to where they do the big photos and shit like that. Because didn't he do something with Bruce Campbell?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I thought he had a photo thing with Bruce Campbell.
He had a great suit.
He did have a great suit. He was wearing a suit.
But no, it was just so funny because Ted Raimi he's this skinny white guy.
He is. They literally comment that he is the bad boy, and it made me laugh so fucking hard.
Yeah.
And that makes me feel so sad because I don't mean to laugh at you, Ted Raimi. That's not what the point was. It was just hilarious.
What a terrible date he was on as well. Granted, the story of the date that he's on is again being retold by somebody who probably heard it through somebody else. It's about urban legends.
And it was such a weird fucking opening for a goddamn date. Who just sits there?
I know, they start making out and then, hey,
let me tell you about this fucking story.
Yeah.
She's a Ted Bundy girl, and you can tell.
Oh, man.
No, it was fucking... And then what weirded me out about that kill was the weird hole with the blood that comes through. How did that happen? I need the story of how it happened. Why is there just a hole that opens and the blood comes out?
Yeah. Again, I think that was mostly just a retelling thing. Like, it was a game of telephone getting to the ears of our main character, Hellen, who is the worst kind of person there is, a grad student.
No, because I literally asked Alec, and I was sitting there, because I never had to think about Candyman this deep until we started doing this podcast, and I asked him, I'm like, what the fuck is her job? What is she doing throughout this entire thing?
She's just trying to get her doctorate.
And luckily she's dating a professor. So
Exactly, it makes it easy,
luckily.
right? That's how that works? No, not about, not luckily.
Yeah, we'll talk about that professor for sure.
I can't wait.
Whose name? Go
I'd
ahead.
just like to briefly state that it's odd that the last time I was here, we were also talking about a Ted Raimi film.
That's true. Maybe that's like your thing. You just come in when we talk about Ted Raimi films. That's it, though. That's it.
Ted Raimi.
You're gonna be our Raimi guy. Yeah.
There we go.
Exclusively Ted, not his brother.
No.
And
It's
anyways,
just Ted.
I would like to get this out in the open right now because I am a girl. I'm allowed to say this. She's a fucking fox.
Yes.
And I'm allowed to
Virginia
say it.
Madsen.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
allowed to say it, but none of you are.
I will say... about
I have a
Virginia
vagina and I
Madsen-
earned it.
I will say about her Virginia Madsen, everyone should watch the movie Sideways. She is incredible in that film. She's incredible in every film she does, but that film in particular,
Yeah.
one of the best performances
What
ever.
what I will say while we're on the subject of Virginia Madsen is I do not blame Candyman for simping for her. That is all.
He was definitely...
Respectfully,
he was
this is what I
definitely
have
a
to
simp
say.
for her.
That was his entire motivation. Well, not his entire motivation. It was half his motivation was just simping for Virginia Madsen.
That's very true. I mean, I would as well.
If you're allowed to say that she's hot, am I allowed to say that Tony Todd is? Because Tony
Oh,
Todd
Tony
Oh,
Todd
yeah,
is hot.
Yes.
Tony Todd.
Especially in this movie.
And you know what? Dude had drip.
Also,
Oh,
another
yeah.
person that we've both seen in person,
Yes.
but never actually got
At-
to meet,
at the
but
same
seen in
convention.
person.
Yeah, as Ted Raimi.
Yeah, you guys
Um,
should go to Monster Mania. It was a dope time.
Oh,
Anyways.
I'd love to, but poor.
got drip,
No, but
blood.
that man could read the phone book, and I would listen. You know,
No, he does have a really magical voice.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to be who?
Venom in the next. He's going to be voicing Venom in the next PlayStation game. Very exciting for fans of Spider-Man, Venom, and Tony Todd.
It's a perfect casting choice.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because of his voice. Just even in the opening, we were literally just talking about that. But like in the opening and had that little monologue he gets.
Yeah,
Oh man, his voice is just perfect.
it is.
Perfect.
His voiceover in the scene where he first actually appears on camera, which I'm sure we'll elaborate more on as we go on, his voiceover during that whole scene is it's horrifying. It's unsettling because he just has that... He just commands so much presence with his voice.
So that combined with all of the creative choices in that scene, you know what? Let's just speed run through the plot of this movie real quick. All right.
Okay.
Somebody want to do a head count? See how fast this goes.
All right.
I can just put up a timer.
Hold on.
Now on my phone.
All right, go, Alec.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, wait, and go.
All right. So Hellen is doing research for her thesis. She's following up on this story of the Candyman, a local urban legend. She gets a tip from somebody else working at the university to go to this public housing project called Cabrini Green. It's controlled by the gangs. It's totally run down. It is a failure of the public system. But she finds some really interesting stuff there, both in relation to an actual murder that occurred there, and also the history of public housing in Chicago. It's just a mess. She leaves, then she comes back. She talks to another resident of Cabrini Green who tells her about another murder that happened there in just the worst bathroom you could possibly imagine. They go to the bathroom. She goes in there by herself to take some pictures because she's a grad student and is terrible. And then she's confronted from, quote-unquote, Candyman, who is actually a gang leader who assaults her and leaves her for dead in, again, the worst bathroom to bleed out in. The police are called. She gets this guy arrested. She develops her photos from her visits to Cabrini Green, and as she goes to her car, she's confronted by the actual spirit of the Candyman, who then begins to terrorize her life. She's mesmerized by this spirit. She wakes up back in Cabrini Green. There's a severed dog head. There's a screaming woman. A baby's missing. She's covered in blood. And she gets arrested, and her life just spirals out of control. I think we've taken us into the middle of Act 2 at this point. So let's talk about all of that right now.
Do you want me to stop the timer?
Sure.
1 minute 53 seconds.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.
So proud of you.
All right. There's still half a movie after that.
I know.
But,
You know what's my worst fear? is that happening to me, though. Like, all these crimes that I didn't fucking actually do, but I'm getting blamed for, and there's no fucking way I can explain myself out of it. And it's just like, what the fuck do you do?
That's one of the scariest things about this movie, is when she meets the actual Candyman for the first time, she's mesmerized by him, she's hypnotized. You know, she passes out, and then she wakes up covered in blood, and there's a knife and a severed dog's head. And a screaming woman and a
There's
baby.
a fucking dog that's dead!
Yeah. No, that's definitely going to be one of the scary... I heard that. Definitely going to be one of the scariest things about anybody's experience going through that story. Is just...
Getting blamed for murders that you can't fucking explain.
Exactly. You start to think...
Or a kidnapping baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like being gaslighted or gaslit.
Gaslit?
Yeah.
I think that's the right word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start questioning your own sanity.
No, it's true. No, it's fucking horrifying. And also, you can I wanted to note this right now. You can smell that her husband's cheating as soon as that first scene.
Oh yeah.
In his fucking lecture hall or whatever you want to call that. Oh my god.
No, so...
Oh, I know you're not doing anything. I don't remember what she actually fucking says, but it's something along those lines. Oh, I know you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no.
Like, I wanted to believe, I wanted to believe for him. Like, no, he wouldn't do it. Obviously, but I've seen this movie. I knew it was gonna fucking happen.
I like to have hope that movies from 30 years ago can subvert our expectations.
It's very true. You never know. I could see it from different point of view and different eyes.
Of
but
course.
no, he's a cheating little shitbag.
And he's terrible. And the worst.
And
he gets what he deserves.
And I would have scalped him, if I were her. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But it's okay. She had her tits out in the very end of the movie.
Is that you simping for
A little bit.
Madsen again?
No, she does. She also takes her top off. I forgot about that twice.
Yes, so when she's arrested, there's this very uncomfortable scene.
It is very uncomfortable because she's like crying and stuff.
And she's disrobing her blood-covered clothes for the police.
Then there's the bathtub one.
There's the bathtub, yes.
No, and then she reminds me a lot of the girl in the face from Halloween. The blonde.
Okay.
Like in the face. The girl at the end. What's her name?
Are we talking about Halloween, or Halloween?
No, the first Halloween, the very girl at the end, her face reminds me...
The first Halloween or the first Halloween?
The first Halloween! God damn it, Alec.
No, we have to ask these questions nowadays.
We need to know which Halloween... We need to know which first Halloween you're talking about.
No, it's very true.
Just like now, we have to specify between Candyman and Candyman.
Oh, man. Can't wait for
true.
Candyman Kills.
God damn it, all of you.
You know they do it, though.
Alright, so I have to ask, what's our favorite scenes?
Oh, man.
For me, it's got to be that first scene where Candyman actually appears. Just the way the scene is shot, the way that he's lit when you first see him in the parking garage.
Oh,
like, you don't even make out his full figure. I love how the camera is focused on Hellen, and then it slowly pans around, and it's not even a close-up on him at first. You just see him right at the end of the hallway. Like, it literally puts you in her position of, if you were there, that's how you would see him, and it's just a terrifying sight. And then the way he just stands there and then begins to slowly walk towards her, all just while Tony Todd's incredible, menacing voice is playing over it.
That's when I realized how handsome he is.
Oh,
It was during that scene. I was like, wow!
Dude, it was and still is an absolute catch.
Yeah, very.
But no, that's this. When thinking about this movie, that's the immediate scene that just pops out. That always gets under my skin. So that would have to be my favorite.
Okay, what about you, Alec?
I don't know if I have a specific favorite scene, but I can tell you my favorite shot in the movie.
Okay.
Which comes from one of the best scenes. When she goes back to Capri Green near the end of the movie because she finally figured out where the baby is and she's going to go rescue it. And there's Candyman sleeping on some stone tablet because ghosts need a nap every now and then too, right? And then she stabs him in the neck, and he wakes up and just pulls the hook out of his neck. And then there's a beat, and then a quick spurt of blood, and then he goes, ah. that one shot of them pulling the hook out is just so awesome to me, and I can't exactly explain why, but it's just badass.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So mine is whenever she finds out her husband had moved in this, young teenager. No, she's not a teenager, but you know what I mean. She looks like a teenager.
An old teenager.
An old teenager. An old 22-year-old teenager.
A barely legal, as some might categorize her.
Yeah. And whenever she not becomes the villain, but she takes over the story in just a different fucking way. Like that scene turned something over for her and turned something over for the whole story. Because holy shit. Like, you just lost all hope at that point. That one person who was supposed to fucking save you is now fucking a baby. And just how she becomes terrifying. She doesn't have to do anything, but she becomes scary as shit.
Yeah.
And her acting abilities in that scene alone just fucking blew my mind.
Right.
I loved that scene. And then I also loved the scene at the end where all the people come to gather at her grave. I thought that was really cute. And also where she comes and fucking kills him. That's also cool, too.
So that betrayal scene that you love so much, I feel is like a great scene to pull up to discuss one of the subtextual themes of the story.
Yeah.
About, not necessarily about, but involving toxic masculinity and the infantilization of quote-unquote lower classes, including women, people of lesser education, different races. I feel like that's all wrapped up in her husband.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of implied, I felt it was implied, that they had also started seeing each other when she was a student and he wasn't.
Yeah.
Because I think he's clearly older than her.
Yeah.
Right? So, it's sort of like a cycle repeating.
Like, once a cheater, always a cheater? Or, like, once a predator, always a predator?
Yeah, like he's not constantly overtly denigrating her, but it's always subtle things with her, like gaslighting her, thinking that telling her, "Oh, I was out with the boys, I'm smashed," where he was probably cheating. He talks down to her in very subtle ways. Treats her like a child, and then she's too independent and strong for that, so he goes after somebody who he can more successfully treat as a child.
Yeah.
You can tell it's all very superficial with him.
Yes, very superficial. And he's just like the biggest fucking asshole in the movie when it comes to that, except for maybe the other professor at the dinner.
That's true.
Yeah. But that's a big overarching theme in this story is elitism, I guess would be a good word for it. Yeah. When we're introduced to the husband, we walk into this classroom and he's, talking about the themes of the movie. And this class full of college students laughs. And the professor laughs at Hellen at the dinner scene. And everybody's just looking down on the next person on the rung under them. And Cabrini Green happens to be that bottom rung.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cabrini Green, by the way, a real place that existed in Chicago.
Well, it's still technically there, but they just don't have those
they
big-ass
bulldozed
buildings.
over it. I believe they built a mall on top of it.
I didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
I think so. Feel free to fact check me on that. But my understanding is that entire neighborhood got bulldozed and gentrified the shit out of, which is something that they touch on in this movie, and as I understand it, something they really touch on in the recent sequel.
And I haven't seen the sequel at all, so that's not something we can talk about just yet.
No, not just yet, Nick.
Yeah, I'm
Asshole.
the only one here that's seen it.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all had chances to see it.
You had your chance. No, but this is such a thematically rich movie, and I love it for it. Like who doesn't love a good horror movie with something to say?
That's true.
Yeah.
Especially being from 1992.
Oh yeah.
In the realm of, like, Well, Scream hadn't come out yet, but like stuff like that coming out. This was a movie that definitely had something to say.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about Candyman coming out when it did, because at that point, like, in that sort of 90s time, I felt like horror was kind of, in sort of not necessarily the spoof parody realm, but it wasn't really being taken seriously as much as it was in the 80s, because, you didn't really have a whole lot of those types of movies where there was a big, like, main, like, killer that was the title sake, the namesake of the movie. So it really was, I can only imagine how much of a kind of a breath of fresh air it was in that time period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's also something that I guess now we can kind of lead into, is just I don't even know how to say this, but it's like, I guess, the race thing. And not something that I can necessarily comment on, being who I am. Yeah. But in the description, I've decided that I'm going to list a bunch of articles that are probably going to be able to say it better than I can. Mostly because as a tiny white girl, there's not a lot I'm going to be able to say. I can speak as a women's perspective, but that's kind of about fucking it.
So for anybody listening who doesn't know, we are 3 white people.
So you're mixed, but not...
Yes, I'm Hispanic white, but my experience has always been that of privilege.
Yeah.
So we can't really speak too much on
that part of this movie.
But we can say it's a little controversial. It was at the time, and I think it kind of holds up very well. But again, these are about issues that have never affected me.
Well, we were sitting there watching fucking Dead Meat, which, by the way, if you don't watch that channel, you're wrong. And why are you watching this if you're not watching that? Anyways.
No,
but they literally had to cut an interracial love scene between Hellen and fucking Candyman because of the studio.
Yeah. No,
that's crazy to me.
That's insane in 1992.
What the fuck? What do you mean they can't kiss? Apparently, I mean, it wasn't like sex. I've never seen the footage, but I mean, from what fucking James said, it was just like kissing and stuff like that, but nothing...
Under the clothes stuff.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he put a fucking meat hook in her vagina?
Second base.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That whole scene was odd.
But one of the best scenes in the movie, or just most iconic scenes in the movie.
Was it in her vagina? Because he put it up her skirt.
No,
I have no idea.
He was like pulling up her skirt, and then she, found his beehive. Which isn't a euphemism. But yeah, leading back to what I was just saying, I'm going to list some stuff down below in the description box. That way you guys can actually read things from people who actually know what they're talking about when it comes to a race subject, because it's not something I can really comment on. But race is a huge part of this story.
There's a reason why a modern day sequel just came out that carries the same themes, because the themes are still very resonant to what is happening in the world today.
I mean, the titular spirit was literally murdered by a lynch mob in this story.
Yeah.
He was the son of a slave. And if you follow the news of what's going on in the world today, it's one of those movies that continues to resonate, and it's kind of sad that it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredibly sad that it does.
So did he put the meat hook in her vagina, or like, no?
No, he didn't. She hook blocked him.
Damn it.
She gave him blue hook.
Wouldn't that have been a way to lose your virginity? It's just like hook.
Blue bees.
Blue bees? Is that what you just fucking said?
Yes, like blue balls, but they're bees instead.
So, like, should we all try to say Hellen in our mirrors, or is it just still Candyman?
Do we have a mirror?
Damn it.
Right over there in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
Does she get her own spinoff? It's like, Hellen! The Hellen!
Say her name.
I don't want to. Like,
that's a weird thing to say into the mirror.
Hellen.
The name Hellen just gives off such... We were talking about this earlier, but the name Hellen just gives off such strong care and energy.
It does. Like, it's an odd name. Definitely an odd name. Ooh, speaking of dead meat, let's talk about our favorite kills. What are our favorite kills?
So this is going to be kind of hard for me to answer, because you guys literally just watched the film before coming in to do this. I came in at about, like, the tail end of it, so... From what I can remember, I mean...
You got all the good stuff.
You don't see the actual killing on screen, but the dog death is one of the most horrifying things I've ever... The most...
You just see the head, and you see the blood, and it's not
That's
good.
all you need to see, though.
I'm going to say that my favorite, just because of how fucked up it is the boy who got castrated in the bathroom.
Oh, you don't see. I mean, you don't see any of that.
You see some of it. It was a flashback.
It's true, but
yeah, that was terrible.
Let's see. I think mine is gonna have to be the husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, because visually it was really cool. The lamest one is definitely Bernadette.
Poor Bernie.
Is that what her name was? No.
Yeah.
Bernie.
Yeah,
Bernadette. Yeah, I said that right. Mostly because her makeup was really odd. It was an odd choice in that scene. She was very blue.
Looks like our corner man has something to add to this.
The one doctor when Tony Todd comes through the motherfucking window.
Yeah. And having he leaves the window.
He didn't have to do that. He just did it because he was extra.
And goodbye. He just dives out the fucking window like we didn't pay him to do that. Is he dead?
Showman.
Again, he gives off very strong Shrek leaves through the window vibes.
Imagine Tony Todd narrating "Shrek is love, Shrek is life."
Do it. Do it now.
Does he have a cameo?
What is wrong
Does
with
Tony
you?
Todd have a cameo account? Is that what you were asking?
I would totally. I don't care. how
Ooh,
much he
somebody
charges,
find
I
it.
would-
If anybody finds it, we should start a GoFundMe to get him
Get
to say
Tony
that.
Todd on cameo. Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
God damn it! I hate the internet. I fucking hate the internet. God damn it!
Tony Todd does appear to have a cameo.
How much is it?
I'll figure that out later. I don't know. I've never used this site before. I'm kidding.
Well, whenever we figure it out, we'll let everybody know, and then we can donate to it, and we can have him say stuff. God damn it. Anyways, what's the worst kill in your opinion?
The worst kill.
Yeah.
Well, this is
This is not really a kill movie.
Yeah, this is one of those rare, really good horror movies where there's not a lot of visual horror. There's a lot of stuff happening off screen.
Yeah.
So the worst kill, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, the one that starts the plot, the woman who was murdered.
I was
in the
gonna say,
apartment.
yeah.
Yeah. Just because it's all, we don't even get a flashback like we do with the poor boy in the bathroom. It's just, hey, this lady was killed in this apartment.
And then there's this hole that opens in the ceiling and blood comes out. I got so confused by that entire thing.
Oh no, we're talking about different things.
Which blonde girl are you talking about?
I'm not talking about a blonde girl. I'm talking about the woman who was killed in her Cabrini Green apartment. That Hellen goes to investigate.
Oh, that one. Oh, I was talking about the Ted Raimi and the blonde in the hole.
The ceiling hole.
The ceiling hole that leaks
Everybody's
with
got
blood.
a ceiling hole. It's a very modern addition to the...
And the ceiling holes leak with blood.
Oh, wait, they always do that.
I'm really glad you understood the reference I was trying to make.
Candyman giving off strong hash slinging the slasher energy here.
Oh my fucking
the trash
God.
ringing?
The bash pinging. I only caught the tail end of the film as I came in, so it's not as fresh in my memory as it is for you guys, but if I were to pick a worst kill, probably the final one with the professor dude, just because,
It's kind of an awkward
the
scene.
The visual is great,
Yeah.
of him in the bathtub and everything, but yeah, it's just kind of an awkward ending.
Yeah.
It is. So we were actually talking about that, and I guess we could discuss it down below in the comments.
Yeah.
Now, did he know that she was going to come out like that, or was he just having a sad moment in his mirror and decided to say her name that many times?
I think he was just having a sad moment.
A part of me wants to think that he kind of knew, because he knew the Candyman background, that something would happen, or he was hoping something would happen.
See, that's why I feel like that ending is a bit awkward, because it's not really easy to tell. I feel like the execution was a bit off in that part, because it did just come off as a bit of an awkward delivery. I'm not sure if that was, on the part of the actor, or part of the writing, or whatever, but it just did come off as a little weird, of just is he trying to summon her, or is he just kind of
Bro,
sad?
just go have dinner.
Yeah. It just comes in, what is wrong with you?
Biggie Smalls.
Oh.
I hate you. Anyways, good. I'm glad all of that happened. But yeah, I really just want to believe that it wasn't meant to be awkward. It was meant to be, I don't know. I was really hoping for something better. But I really liked how her head looked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, I definitely get the makeup design, but I'm just always going to think that it's awkward that her burns stop where the burning stopped. It's a weird thing to be mad about because it makes sense. But it just looks weird to me. That's my
That it doesn't
problem.
her whole face?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. But, so we've talked a lot about Virginia Madsen and Tony Todd and their performances. They're great. Everyone knows they're great. Any other performances that stand out to you?
Ted Raimi.
A little boy. For a
Yes.
child actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say his name.
His name was Jake in the movie, but his actor's name is DeJuan Guy. And I'm gonna ride that pun for the next week at least.
Anyways. But yeah, no, to find amazing a child actor in a horror movie that
yeah.
understands what he's doing is pretty immaculate. Like,
or just not even in a horror movie, just get a
in
competent
general.
child actor who doesn't annoy the fuck out of you. Like, it's a challenge in the industry.
He
There's a
understood the
reason.
assignment,
Granted,
and he
being
delivered.
a child actor is hard. Like,
It is hard.
yeah.
It's a hard concept.
like it's a child. But
And also
which
in a
makes
horror
it-
movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, especially in a horror movie.
Children in horror movies. I
When you
mean,
do find a good one, then it
Yeah.
just makes it all the better.
yeah.
But
Or they'll never work again.
Oh God. Yeah. The woman whose baby
Yes.
was
Yeah.
killed, like
Anne-Marie.
really loved her.
Anne-Marie, yeah.
That's her name. Yes. Just again that scene where Hellen wakes up and she finds the situation that she's in. Just her Anne-Marie's actress's performance in that scene is just you want to look away but you can't. You're
Yeah.
just glued to the screen with it. It reminds me a lot of Toni Collette's scene from Hereditary. Where
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Yeah, I know
yeah.
which one you're talking about.
It's heart-wrenching.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to talk about that movie. Oh. Yeah, we've never done Hereditary.
Yeah, we've never done that.
Yeah.
Did Midsommar, but we never did Hereditary.
Referred back to it a lot when we did Midsummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We did talk about it a decent amount.
Yeah.
Man, I do want to talk. Anyways, I do want to talk about that movie. Anywho.
Any hoodly doodle.
Hoodly doodly.
Alec, you have so many notes. Do you want to talk about them?
They're kind of all over the place. What have we already covered? Ted Raimi is a bad boy in corduroys. After that, I wrote gentrification of public housing projects. We kind of touched on that.
We did.
Yeah.
That we did.
Another big production thing that I love is the music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there are two big standout pieces. There's, this choir, and then there's this piano piece. And Nick and I actually talked about this during our first viewing, whenever that was, earlier this year.
About a month ago.
Was it only a month ago?
It might have been 2.
I have no sense of time. But anyway, I remember we were watching it the first time, and Hellen and Bernadette are on their way to Cabrini Green, and they're just driving. There's just these overhead shots of Chicago, and there's just this really intense, huge choir singing. Like it's like a religious moment. It's this massive thing about just two people driving through a city, and it's really respectable just how much the movie takes itself seriously. It also adds to the scene. It sort of is a building up anticipation of what they're going to see. Is it just, saying what they're going into is important? Like, these are people's lives that they're about to start meddling in. There's... What the music does is incredible. And also the piano bit is fantastic.
Good.
Yeah.
You have anything else you want to add? It's fucking Candyman.
It's a great Hollywood movie.
It's a great Hollywood movie.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. No, this movie is definitely a 10 out of 10
Yeah.
for me.
Oh,
Always.
yeah.
This is such a fucking good movie.
Like, I
I really don't have that many issues.
No.
I guess the one is that weird, line delivery at the very end. I think
Yeah.
that might be an issue.
But that's the only weird line delivery.
The odd makeup on fucking Bernadette. But
And then everything after that is a conversation.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's everything. There's only like it's all weird little things that really don't matter
Yeah.
that I have issues with.
No, like this is a solid.
It is a
10 out of
very
10.
fucking good movie.
Like all those weird small issues are so easy to overlook.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. No, 10 out of 10. I highly recommend it. I'm trying to remember what platform. I bought it on Amazon Prime. I think that's like the fastest way to get it at the moment.
Yeah. I
We
couldn't-
watched it on Peacock. I'm not sure if
It's not there
is.
anymore. We tried to look it up.
Yeah. Else she wouldn't have bought it.
No, yes, I bought this movie. Congratulations. They have my money now.
You're welcome.
Oh, I bought it once.
Proud of you.
I own it.
I'm-
$10 at Best Buy.
God fucking damn it. We could have fucking just watched it that way. What the hell?
You want to go to Best Buy?
No!
It's the Scream Factory release. It's nice. It's nice as fuck.
God fucking damn it.
Arrow got it in the UK, and it makes me sad.
Well, great.
It's not
If you...
free.
Anyways, let's wrap this thing up. This is really fucking nice doing this again. I'm really glad that we did it with Candyman. This was a good choice. In the next podcast episode, we'll be talking about the new one. Isn't that fucking exciting? If you have any suggestions down below, please let us know. And we have Halloween Kills to look forward to, so there's also fucking that.
Yeah.
Got a lot of things that have, you know, it's fucking October. We're recording this in October 1st.
Yeah,
It's
so
very
we
exciting.
could probably talk about Halloween or Halloween.
Or Halloween.
Or Halloween, you know?
Or H2O. Let's just do H2O.
Or Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
That's
No!
my vote. That movie's incredible.
No.
Why no?
Well-
Fucking damn it! Don't you want this? That's an entirely different fucking podcast episode.
No,
Why
why
no?
no?
No, this is a different podcast.
Well, I'm ready to wrap this up.
yeah.
So, for Peaches and Scream, I'm Alec Costigan.
My name's Ellie.
My name's Nick. Thank you for having me back.
I've been in the corner, but Joel.
Thank you, Joel.
You're welcome.
Thank you for commenting, and subscribing.